You're listening to The Great and Secret Knowledge, a speculative fiction podcast. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jessie.
Jessie, what are you fiddling around with over there?
I was looking for my other lanyard that has my other earplugs in it, but it's not really relevant.
Yeah, we were just talking about accessibility options for autistic people, especially out in public.
It's such a realization when you hit, especially when you're diagnosed middle-aged, to go, hey, just because I've functioned really well and have a successful career and a house and whatever, does not mean I don't have the right to have things be easier, because I don't believe I am disabled by my brain. I believe I'm disabled for society's non-acceptance of my brain type.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a realization, but it does not mean you are not disabled, and it does not hurt to have a bit of accessibility. Like, I just, at my political party meeting recently, I spoke up and was like, all right, you want to talk about improving recruitment? Here are some ways you can make it more accessible to neurodivergent people. And then, of course, like half an hour later, a boomer pipes up and goes, do we even have any of that? And at least 5 other people were all like, yes, yes, yes.
Well, we don't have to tell our listeners to not do that, but tell people not to do that. The only way you have a safe space is if everybody's free to express who they are and
Yeah, well, if they want to recruit more people, you're going to find a lot of crossover in the, disabled
well, and
community.
it's safe to assume that they're already here. They just haven't been open because they aren't sure it's safe. Usually that's
well,
how
one of
that
the
works.
other comrades, they're restarting the book club.
Catch up on the news. The United States and Israel seem to be at war with Iran, but they won't call it that.
The rest of the world is calling it that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. We're not getting anywhere close to the level of news saturation we should have about it, about American service people's deaths, Epstein files releases, like all kinds of shit. So it's a dark time over here. So let's get into this fun, happy movie.
Yeah, this is the darkest timeline, but we need this.
Yes. Oh, shit.
We need googly eyes and being a rock. It's a good time to be a rock.
Okay, so let's see. The daughter is shocked by mom's ass kickery. Somebody hurls Evelyn into a vending machine. That must be IRS.
I think most of it happens in the, basically everything in this film happens either in the IRS or in the laundry.
Yeah.
So she's doing she's doing a verse jump where she's blind and she's a singer, which I find hilariously ironic, having now seen all of both versions of Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Michelle Yeoh would have a problem with this. She was very much like, why do you want me? I can't sing. But Kevin Kwan made it work. Ish.
Ish.
Oh, she does that Russell Crowe and Les Mis, singy, talky thing.
Did we talk about the dog swinging bullshit that lady was doing last time?
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, she's a hibachi chef. She whacks the dog away. We got the butt plug fight. She blows on a guy's nose. Oh, yeah, her daughter
No, that's
suggests
way
it.
later.
That's way later after we started?
The butt plug bit is definitely way later, and is the blowing in the nose thing. That's all once she decides to play with kindness.
Do you have any notes for this 10 minutes between there? When, like, alternate Gong Gong basically activates his troops.
Yeah.
Sends
Now
him
she's
into the
doing
building.
so where I'm, she's doing the sign spinning. So she uses his shield,
Yeah, the riot
like
shield.
the pizza sign spinner, which always makes me think of Uncharted because there's the riot shields are a definite choice in those games.
Hell yeah.
Oh, she's such a badass, Michelle Yeoh. Honestly, that could be like the brackets title of this movie. Everything Ever All at Once, or Michelle Yeoh is a badass.
Interesting that she gave her family gas masks, but she didn't even wear hers.
That's why because she didn't need to, because she first jumped to where she was the blind singer.
So she had more breath
Lung
control.
capacity, it shows it. It actually pops up on the list of skills that she gets from that first jump. And it says increased lung capacity.
Yeah. And so the gas settles to the ground.
Yeah, she did all of that pizza spinny sign with the riot shield.
Yeah.
And then she's in the vending machine. There you go. We were wondering where that was. So it's the bit with the dog spinning. That's what it is. With Mona Lisa Saperstein.
Mona Lisa Saperstein.
Well, that's her character's name in Parks and Rec.
Jenny Slate.
But she also, like, the very fact that she, like, even though they do the dog swinging aroundy bit.
Are you to the guy with the pipes yet? The bald security guard becomes a pipe master?
No, she's doing, this is where she becomes a Rakakuni lady.
Oh, yes.
And she she saves the dog fish.
And then she bonks dog lady in the head.
Big Nose is what the subtitles are calling her.
Big Nose. Oh, this is where we first see Chad in the hibachi video, or like side quest. I don't know. What are we calling these? Side jumps?
First jumps is what it's called.
Okay, so in Rakakuni-verse, he's got his blue chef's hat that's really long. And this is,
and
we find out.
Rakakuni is inside it.
Yeah.
That comes up. Like, that moment is the bit that made me cry the most.
Oh my God. Oh, so it's not the bald guy. It's a guy with shaggy dark hair.
Yeah, the bald guy is the butt plug guy, which that comes later.
I just love, like, pipes. I bet those kind of pipes are really hard to fight with because they jar your whole shit every time you hit something with them.
Nah, they're really solid. That's what I have for self-defense at home. Like, it looks very similar to a trolley pole.
But those look like hollow iron pipes or steel pipes.
Yeah, they're not that heavy.
But they don't transfer all the kinetic energy into your hand?
Not in my experience.
Interesting. I thought that's why most of those type of things for general use have like big hand grips. That's not interesting.
Here we go. Butt plug. Here's the butt plug moment. You're right. I thought it was the bald guy who did the butt plug thing.
Yeah, no. The bald man jumps out of nowhere basically and lands on a butt plug.
It's because shaggy hair guy tries to, and then when he doesn't manage to stick it in his butt, bald guy jumps out of nowhere and.
Right. So this is where Joy tells Evelyn to blow on that guy's nose because he'll do something. He'll make a funny noise. And all of a sudden she's a new kind of fighter, I guess. Or can she not fight until she does this temporary download and then all her skills come back to her?
I'm not sure.
Because it seems like they come in and out. The skills.
Yeah, but the finger definitely comes back, as does the
That's
like
what makes me think while you're juiced, you get everything you've ever learned all at once, but then it goes away temporarily until you do the weird
Or
shit
maybe
again.
they just, if they find an equal, they're back to equal, because she definitely comes back with more karate here.
Oh, in kung fu narratives, I'm learning like there's these classic tropes, and one of them is that you keep meeting fighters that are exactly as good as you, and then they have to do all this like, you know, dirty tricks or like getting allies, and then they have to save face for their enemy, so they get to bring in allies. Like it's whole thing about getting to stasis. And then this thing does that, but then gives you extra skills, like a level up, almost like a video
It's
game.
definitely got like which skill has she chosen to upgrade kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where she's really getting bonked into her other lives.
On that really cool spinny, and she pulls the trophies out of their respective butts.
So silly.
I mean, you imagine the Daniels were very proud of themselves when they wrote this scene. I like to picture like the reaction writers have when they come up with an idea or a concept.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it says reaching mental capacity. Maybe that's it.
Where? Who says that?
Oh, the subtitles. I think it's the people in the other verse.
Automated
Alphaverse.
voice, alarm blaring, reaching mental capacity.
And then she snorts the fly like it's a line of coke.
Yeah, so this is Michelle Yeoh, Evelyn, watching herself in the movie from the other universe, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. No, she
Very
keeps...
bizarre.
Alpha Wayman warns her about that in the beginning. She's like, you cannot get too obsessed and spend focus on the other universes.
But this right here, this breaks my brain because it suggests the possibility of time travel, because the things we're seeing over there are happening simultaneously. The movie has already come out before the movie has come out, right?
That's a different movie she's watching herself in.
I don't want to be argumentative, but it's very similar to what we're seeing now.
But it's how she's getting
which
the
suggests
skills.
that, like, but she got advanced information like a year or two ahead to make a whole movie.
But she didn't make that movie. That was her other life where she didn't go with Waymond as a kung fu, so she becomes the kung fu star because she learns off white hair lady after she gets mugged in the alleyway in Hong Kong. So then the movie she's watching, that's the other verse that she keeps jumping back to where she wasn't with Waymond and ran into him at the premiere. So she's not necessarily watching this movie. She's watching her kung fu movie.
Wow. Yes. I mean, you're absolutely right. And yet I feel there's a thesis somewhere for an enterprising young student to postulate how maybe information has traveled back from the future in that other universe.
I just don't agree that it's in the future. I think that it's at the same time, but in the other universe where she's met Alpha Waymond. Where she didn't go with Waymond.
Mm.
And then he dies.
Fascinating. So Blonde Shifu tells her even this pinky can be kung fu, and now she's pinkying everyone. Raccoon Waymond is dead. Raccoon Joy has arrived. I like when she goes, "Did you see how good I am?"
Did you see how good I am? I'm going to do it. I am going to defeat the Jobu Tapaki.
Ugh.
Because, this is it. She's upskilling and reaching her full potential, because that's the other thing. The reason Jobu Tapaki is because they overloaded her brain too much. And then she was able to basically exist in all universes simultaneously. Whereas our Evelyn has to... The reason she's the Evelyn that's able to she's the one Jobu was looking for, and she's the one Alpha Waymond was looking for, is because she builds all those skills. Because she was starting with a blank slate, none of them.
Yeah. I want to listen to Jobu's singing here really quick, because I wrote in my notes that it was nice. As she starts to fracture.
I'll see you again soon. Somewhere out there in all that noise.
Don't leave! Help her! Please! Help! Help!
And this is the point where I realized this was written and directed by the Daniels, and I was like, "Oh, no wonder I love it."
And then it goes the end, written and directed by Daniels. And this is where we see her watching the movie. Then we get her spinning a pizza shield.
Well, these are all the ones she's just jumped back and forwards between, right?
Yeah. She finds out about Rakakuni. Rakakuni says, "You've seen too much. You know what that means."
Get her! Get her!
I'm begging you. No, no, oh God, no, please.
And then she's back home. Is it her life? It's two lives. I mean, so much happens all at once. We get hot dog fingers. We get blind singer. We get... what is this happening?
All the different universes, like, that she's jumped to and from.
She's having a meltdown in front of, like, sexy Alt Waymond in the back of the theater. And yeah, she's back in her life, but it's slightly different. And this is where she starts to break down, right? Starts to, like, question everything.
Well, that's the thing when she's existing, because she doesn't do what Alpha Women says at the start and forget about the other universes.
So there's a singing trio in the laundry. Joy's here with her girlfriend. And fucking Evelyn comes right at her with some fucking heat. And all of a sudden she does the Jobu head tilt.
Absolutely.
Scary.
I love
Hey,
the
Becky.
head tilt.
Mm-hmm. Can you go help my dad with the party?
Hey, Becky. Mm-hmm. Can you go help my dad with the party?
No?
Now? Oh.
Hot Dog Evelyn is what they call her in the Hot Dog universe, Hot Dog Fingers universe.
So now we get an extended thing about Joy being bored with all these different universes. We got a paintbrush world, or maybe crayons. We got a kung fu movie going. We got piñatas talking to each other.
I love the piñatas, because that's them.
Yeah.
It's them as piñatas.
Jobu says, "You're everywhere. You're like me." Jobu tells Evelyn to hit her. When Jobu pretends to be sad, Joy, and pretends to have been hurt, Evelyn is like, "Bullshit." And Jay goes, "Wah!" and like tilts her.
Oh, stop!
Wow!
It's like she knows Waymond has entered hearing range because she just starts acting like Joy.
But the faces she's pulling when Waymond's behind her and she's laying on the couch, she's like, "Oh."
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's such a bratty teen.
That's part of what makes it great.
Yeah, that's the thing that unites her across universes, I guess, is that she is stunted emotionally. We never see a mature Joy.
I mean, when you can see everything everywhere all at once inside your head simultaneously, would you be mature? Or because it just reaches the point where she's like, this is how little it matters. It's why she creates the bagel.
I feel like when you get to my age, that you have lived so many different lives that you can get into this state whenever you want. Like, you can dissociate and ruminate about all the fucked up things you've done and all the good things you've done and all that. But when you're 19, 20, whatever Joy is, 25, I don't know. It's all happening for the first time.
You just haven't learned as much.
Yeah. But so as you shifted between dimensions, you'd always be kind of at that stage. I think it's why Evelyn's able to handle it better.
That's a good point.
Because I don't think the point of this movie is that Joy figures her shit out. It's that Evelyn learns that manipulating your family members doesn't work and leads to disorder and unhappiness.
Wow, that's a very different take than what I have.
What's your take? I mean, I guess we don't have to wrap it all up here, but yeah, what's your deal?
Kindness. If you lead with kindness.
Yeah.
First and foremost, anything is possible. For me, like, that's why I incorporated that aspect of it into my tattoo. It's why because what it really comes down to is it's Wayman.
Yeah.
It's realizing that Wayman's way of fighting with kindness is the best way.
Yeah.
Certainly for me, like, it was a life-changing kind of epiphany from that moment. Because it's always been my instinct. But I felt like the world was kind of trying to tell me otherwise. And then I watched this and I was like, no.
I mean, think about all the bad things done by people that have closed hearts. Like I think of David Lynch's quote about like, open your heart, dumbass, or something along those lines.
I told all your colleagues, those clown comics, to fix their hearts or die.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's,
Fix your hearts or die.
yeah, you'll get hurt more often, but it's worth it. I mean, why not? Why would you... And I know not everyone agrees with me in this, but I just feel like it's how you achieve community and uniting everyone.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the laundry represents in a way, is people that have tried to unify their lives around a business that helps people in the area, that brings people together, you know, inviting customers to your little party. Like, that is a unique space made possible only by Wayman's outpouring of love upon everyone he meets.
Yeah, like at the very beginning when you see the big burly guy with a beard who's yelling at Evelyn about the machine eating his 20. And then, like, as soon as Wayman comes and joins in the conversation, they're doing the dance moves from the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's just how he rolls. He's like, why, if you can go about life leading with kindness and, you know, bringing happiness into what you do and the immediate work, like finding joy, I don't think it's a coincidence that the child is named Joy.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that wouldn't exist without them having this space to build this unit. You know, in all these other universes, they get together and have joy. You know, I think about sometimes the universes where they don't have joy.
Like the one where she's a movie star.
Yeah.
She literally jumps up and goes, our daughter, and Wayman from that universe is like, well, we have a daughter.
Couldn't they just stay there and the problem would solve itself? Oh, but then they wouldn't have joy. So that doesn't solve the problem.
No, but then Jobu will still find her way there, though. That's the problem is at the very beginning he says the universe is cracking and falling apart.
Yeah, there's no way to really hide.
Well, she's gonna if they choose to hide in that universe, then she's gonna go into the bagel.
Right. Because yeah, we have to think about what is our alpha Evelyn or beta Evelyn. I'm not sure what we call her, but our original Evelyn, her main goal is keeping her family together. Whatever she has to do that. So like, yeah, giving her up to go to another dimension. She only flirts with it briefly and realizes that it won't work.
And she does go back there a few times, and the conversation she has a bit later with the Wayman from that universe. It's very sweet.
So they convince Wayman to leave, and then Evelyn says, "What's all this for?" Jobu tells her to sit and snack, and then we're in the bagel lair. Mom's wearing brown.
Couch.
What's that?
Oh, the fact that they get to the bagel lair via the crack of the couch.
Yeah. So Mom's wearing brown. The goons are all in white. She says, "I am your daughter. Your daughter is me."
Because she's herself. Yeah.
Oh, it's because she says, "Give me back my daughter, and I'll leave you alone forever." And she's like, "Nope. I am Joy. Joy is me."
Give me back my daughter, and I'll leave you alone forever.
Sorry, no can do.
Why not?
I am your daughter. Your daughter is me. Every version of Joy is Jobu Tupaki. You can't separate us.
Every single version of Joy is Jobu Tupaki is what the book she answers says.
Ooh. I have felt everything your daughter feels. And this is where she starts talking about her philosophy. Right is a tiny box invented by people who are afraid, and I know what it feels like to be trapped inside that box.
Oh. Me too, Jobu. Me too.
Evelyn says, "I still know who I am." Jobu doesn't think so. She says, "Okay, good luck with that." She drifts around between universes for a little bit, and she's back at the laundry for the... I don't know what to call her in this one. I'm going to call her Red Sweater Party, Evelyn.
OG Evelyn?
It's Barbie rules. It's based on what she's wearing.
OG Evelyn?
This isn't OG. This is slightly tilted Evelyn, in which the laundry is done up real big, and she takes a baseball bat to everything later.
I thought that was our universe. I thought that was our Joy. I mean, our Evelyn.
Okay, well, we'll find out as we go through, but I thought there were two that were having a party.
The bagel is so interesting, though. Like, it's, that it's a bagel. Like, it's not a black hole, it's a bagel.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really show whether it is like, you're right, it's a successful party. But is this our Evelyn? Do you know what? Does it matter? Probably not. I think trying to keep track in a film like this, it will fuck it up for you.
Yeah, it's best to focus on the commonalities between universes, what kind of pulls them together. Before you were... Oh, so Wayman... Film Wayman says, "Before you were asking about our daughter, it's crazy, but it really got me thinking.
What if?
What if?" Beardo is awfully close to Red Sweater Party, Evelyn.
Well, he's just trying to get a snack.
It's TV close.
Oh, and then... you're right, because then now... IRS Battle Evelyn basically comes back from the dead.
Yes, and the machine is working again.
That's what it was.
The Alpha Gong Gong team is like, "What? Impossible." Jobu says, "I was just looking for someone who could see what I see, feel what I feel." And then Deirdre calls. She's all pissed off, and Evelyn tells her to shut up.
But then we see the one where they're married, and she's telling her wife to shut up, and it's very sad.
Oh, no. That was rough.
Oh, please don't give me any false hope.
Yeah, I got the sense from her life with Deirdre Hot Dog Fingers is that they were actually very warm normally, so this was like a huge shock.
Yeah,
it's not like this Evelyn where
love.
she...
Yeah,
totally. It's not like this where she's talking shit all the time. So she starts getting drunk, get on a mic. We're just going around in circles. Laundry and taxes. Laundry and taxes.
Doing laundry and taxes and laundry and taxes.
And she signs the divorce papers. And notice she, like, all her mannerisms and her physical presence becomes very Jobu-like here.
Yes. She literally dropped the mic.
Yeah. Because that's the realization Jobu came to when she did the bagel, that nothing matters.
That's so fucked up.
Except it does matter.
So IRS Deirdre comes in. She's going to seize all her assets. Back in Alpha Town. Oh, we got Rakakuni. It's so hard to describe this. She yanks Rakakuni's hat off his head.
What are you doing? No.
Oh my God, Chad, I told you she couldn't be trusted.
And finds out that to prove Rakakuni, because this is now she's realized she can see it all. Everything's on a bagel. And sausage fingers, Deirdre is leaving her. She hops instead of walks as well, I notice.
Oh, how strange. Do they have hot dog toes?
No, because you see that they learn to play piano. That's the point of that universe, is she gets extra strong toes.
That's right.
And Deirdre looks like genuinely upset in the laundry.
Yeah. They're hauling Rakakuni away. Chad is inconsolable.
Just a lifetime of fractured moments, contradictions, and confusion.
Chad, don't forget about her.
Oh, and this, I was trying to figure out where this was going. It's a voiceover over all these clips. She says, not a single moment will go by without every other universe screaming for your attention. Never fully there, just a lifetime of fractured moments, contradictions, and confusion.
Which is what Alpha Evelyn did to Jobu to make her Jobu, because she overpressed her brain and she's like, I can see it all.
Yeah.
It's such a... She does the head tilt right after she stabs Wayman with the glass. She does the head tilt.
Right. Red Party sweater Evelyn busted up the place with a bat, I think.
Yeah, they're going to take her away.
Raccoon wails. Wayman drops. The urn is screaming. And Evelyn is turned into a rock. And we get the world famous rock scene.
I love the rock scene. Again, incorporated into my tattoo. Be a rock. It's really important for a neurodivergent person sometimes to just stop, chill, and be a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, we waste a lot of time taking the universe personally. Getting our ego into everything.
This scene, it is such a great choice.
Do you have any notes about this long speech about the history of the universe?
I love this long speech about the history of the universe. I think it's probably the most important scene in the whole film.
Yeah. Now look at us.
This is the moment where every new discovery is just a reminder we're all small and stupid.
Yeah.
Even in a single universe.
We're all small and stupid. And who knows what great new discovery is coming next to make us feel like even smaller pieces of shit.
And then she tells her off for swearing.
Yeah. Evelyn Rock likes to swear. And that surprises
Well, doesn't
Joy
like to
Rock.
swear. So white riding is joy.
Right.
But she's trying to, she's like, maybe you would see something I didn't. You'd convince me there was another way other than going into the bagel. It's a real big allegory for suicide.
Yes. She says, "Do you know why I actually made the bagel?" She wanted to escape, to die. And she said, "At least this way, I don't have to do it alone."
Honestly, anytime I've had any kind of suicidal ideation, it's usually been, I just want my brain to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. The one time I had it, that's what was going on. Like I was at the end of my rope.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is not good. I've seen where this goes. So I went right to the hospital. Wayman's talking Deirdre into giving them another chance.
Yeah, she's sharing that he's just served her with divorce papers.
Yeah. Wayman says they're giving her more time. He seems pretty sad.
Well, because she's just signed the papers dramatically in front of him, and when he served the papers, he didn't actually do it with the intent of divorcing her. He did it, and he says this, he did it because he was hoping it would snap her back into the Evelyn that he knew and loved, instead of this depressed creature.
Yeah. Yeah. So actor Wayman says, "You think I'm weak, don't you?"
Well, yeah, because she didn't run away with him. She stayed in that universe.
I love how the actors are like quietly dramatic. The lighting's so much more cinematic. He's smoking.
I mean, it feels like it's one of those
It's a Wong Kar-wai.
those kung fu movies. Yeah, like.
And Beta Wayman says, "Please, can we just stop fighting? I know you're all fighting because you're scared and confused. I'm confused too. Some days I don't know what the hell is going on."
The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Please, be kind. Especially when we don't know what's going on.
1000%. I'm with you, Wayman. We need this. It locked it in for me so much that it's like, we need kindness. And why not?
Yeah.
We absolutely just need it. And this is the moment where Wayman saves the day. I mean, Evelyn does the things, but Wayman puts the idea in her head.
Yeah.
She says, "I'm going to fight your way." And it, for me, like, yeah, again, it's, it's my philosophy in politics, my philosophy in, when I choose the good side of things, I'm not being naive. It's strategic and necessary. I love it. The idea of being kind and upbeat is a form of a survival mechanism.
Yeah. It's interesting that it comes 3/4 of the way through the film. There's this thing where sometimes we test our hero to see how dark they will go. Like in my 4th or 5th book in the series, a hero does something we never would have imagined. He kills some bad guys like out of revenge. And here he says directly to her face, "Be kind." And she says, "It's too late, Wayman."
But she also says, like, he's like, "This is how I fight."
Yeah.
With kindness.
We get flashbacks of him being all cute.
Oh.
Will he bring her back from the brink?
Yes.
And her face is glowing all different colors.
I believe in the kindness thing. It's so important.
In another life, I would have loved just doing laundry and taxes with you.
如果有来生，我还是会选择和你一起报税，开心一点。
Such a important lesson as well, though. Like, don't stop and don't miss the joy in the day to day, in the moment to moment. because you're too focused on future and goals, and it certainly for me was a big struggle because I was always like, yes, got to work harder, got to achieve more, got to achieve more, got to achieve more, instead of stopping and smelling the roses.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, because we're stuck in one universe, we have to say that universe could be this universe given the right set of choices. So I should make choices that will make it more likely to happen.
1000%.
I mean, that's just maturity. But, you know, in the context of a sci-fi story, it's cool to see that one person gets a chance to see it for real, what it could be like, and makes the choice that gives her the universe she wants, which is happy and in love and with a relationship with her daughter. So she hugs Waymond. They're crying. There's googly eyes on stuff.
Because we're seeing Waymond.
It's like a lantern.
And she laughs.
And she's laughing.
And crying. And so is he. And she's reminded of why she loves him.
Jobu still wants her to go bagel.
Well, that comes up later. Like, Jobu has not yet, like, come to that same realization. And go back to your earlier point about the life experience thing.
Yeah.
I think Evelyn gets there because she's lived this life with Waymond. Whereas Joy's only just gotten together with Becky. She actually compares Becky to Waymond. She's like, maybe you've found your person.
Wow.
Reminds you of the joy.
The makeup is so good in this. I've got it paused on a shot of Jobu, like right up close to him. Glitter all fucked up down in front of the eyes with like scaly pattern. Got the headset mic like a pop star. Got the Jeremy Baramy curl.
Yeah, it's amazing. Jobu's outfits and hair and everything in this is just giving me life.
Yeah, she goes, feeling a good thing. You got your hopes up. Eventually, it all just goes away.
And we've all got friends like this.
Oh my God. I've had co-hosts where like I saw big things for them. They were like just natural talents or whatever. And they'd hit a depress wall or whatever. And either right away or like over time, just throw up more and more walls to like, I want to be depressed. I want to stay here. Or like, I've tried all those treatments and none of them have worked. And like, you know, I understand, but
my ex was like that.
It's sad to watch because you just want to be like, drag them back into the light, you know?
Oh yeah, my ex was very much like that. It was heartbreaking because you just see this person you love so much and they just choose the negative perspective every single time.
Yeah, I just broke up with my best friend pretty much over that. They just went completely outside reality, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I made the final block this week, so,
Ooh.
You know, the long time, you know, I know I've spoken about her, but she went fully next level psycho on me this week and brought up all kinds of personal triggers and shit she had no business saying. And I just went, and this is all off the back of her, like, a week ago, I'm so much better. Can we sit down and have a coffee and talk about and air everything? And I'm like, I'm not comfortable meeting you in public yet. If you want to have a conversation by text, fine. And then that ended with her saying it's too soon. And I was like, yes, you're right, it is. And then like a week later, I just get this epic text wall. And her bringing up my partner who passed. Her bringing up my abusive ex.
Shit from your 20s? No.
She never even... Shit from before she even met me.
Wow.
Like, it was horrific. And so I've been keeping, like, one avenue of communication open, just in case.
I've
done it all now. It's all blocked. No, but my life is better without it. Like, because I haven't spoken to her in about a year, like, it's really quite nice. I know, as soon as she started texting me, I was like, oh, God, yeah, this. Or I thought about responding. I was like, it becomes obvious how much negativity she was bringing into my world and how much better my life is without it. I felt a weight on top of me as I was considering how to respond to her text, and I was like,
yes. Well, thankfully she's not your daughter. She's
yeah, it's a bit of a different situation there.
So Joy decides to go into the bagel. It starts sucking people in. She says, I don't care if you come with me. Enjoy your life. And she starts heading up the stairs towards the bagel. And Evelyn stops in front of her. She does a cool 3-point superhero stance. And then evil Deirdre moves in to pound some shit.
Meanwhile,
things are just going fast and loose here, so these notes might make no sense. Deirdre says how her husband served her papers. Oh, this is Red Sweater Party, Evelyn.
Yeah, because she sits down outside with Deirdre and she's like, what did my stupid husband say to you?
Yes. She says, you know what I say? It's called unlovable bitches like us make the world go round.
And this is where Evelyn remembers the universe where she loves Deirdre.
Oh.
And she's like, you are lovable. Even in a stupid universe where we have hot dogs for fingers, we get very good with our feet.
It's so nice to see them being loving towards each other.
Wiping the tear away with her toe. Meanwhile, in Red Sweater Universe, they're sitting there both puffing on a joint, babe.
You're not unlovable. You're not unlovable.
She just grabs her and hugs her.
There is always something to love, even in a stupid, stupid universe where we have hot dogs for fingers. Oh my God.
This is beautiful. This is where she's realizing. She's like, this is Wayman saving the day.
Yeah. Alpha Gong Gong says open fire. Folks start shooting at her. All the bullets stop. She plucks one from her head and it becomes a googly eye.
Very, the toy maker. Neil Patrick Harris is the toy maker.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right then.
Is this the first time she's pulled an object from one universe into another? Because the googly eye comes from Red Sweater Party Evelyn time.
Yeah, I guess she kind of, this is where all her powers she realizes the center and the base of all her powers is the love Waymond has for her.
So she puts it on her head and all the bullets turn into googly eyes. 2 of them hit Gong Gong and fucking Roger Rabbit around on his face.
It's so stupid.
So stupid.
And even in the Rock universe, she starts like, you're not supposed to move here, you're just a rock.
She's inching towards her. Oh, shit. And she has googly eyes. It says there are no rules. I'm going to get you.
And just starts chasing her. She turns to him and I'm learning to fight like you.
Evelyn. What are you doing? I'm learning to fight like you.
Oh, yeah, to Alpha Waymond. Or no, is that Beta Waymond?
OG Waymond.
Yeah, OG Waymond. So she's giving everyone what they need.
Exactly.
Including one of them needs a BDSM spanking, apparently.
Well, he's the guy from The Office. That has the dungeon in the hidden dungeon.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and Chuck Norris guy. Or, because these are all the people from I've just realized all the people fighting her are the people in the laundromat at the party.
No shit.
Like, my wife used to wear the same because you cut to him, the beard guy, saying, my wife used to wear the same perfume, so she turns his grenade into his wife's perfume.
Aww.
Or the other guy who's, like, got a bad back.
Oh, Chad's in the office. She raccoonies him and says, let's go rescue your silly raccoon.
Because that's what he needs.
Yeah. So he starts kicking ass. Gong Gong is... Oh, so eventually Gong Gong's mech, like, starts squeezing her. And in the laundry, he's still being bigoted, I think. He says, you are not my daughter. I'm not sure why. Is it because her own daughter is gay? Or is it because she swung a bat around the laundry room?
Yeah, because maybe it's Alpha Gong Gong jumped into that universe and has gone, yeah, you're not my daughter.
Actress Evelyn runs into sexy Waymond. He who loves the most regrets the most. Let's not live in a fantasy. That's another thing about maturity, is having to accept that you can't have everything. And to be honest, you can't have hardly anything if you think about all the stuff you want.
Yeah, and being grateful for what you do have.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Joy's makeup is so fucked up. Her bangs are hand cut. She's got, like, it's just like a child's cartoon drawing of a person.
Well, she's got bits of all the different outfits we see her wearing.
Yeah.
When she pulls her down.
She says, I am no longer willing to do to my daughter what you did to me.
This is incredible because it's like choosing to end generational trauma. Some of us do it by not having kids.
How on earth did you do it so easily? It's okay if you can't be proud of me, because I finally am.
Damn straight.
That is the shit. A huge part of therapy is that moment where you learn how to truly parent your younger self. Because like I said at the beginning, like all our lives are different selves when you get to a certain age, like you start to realize it. And so talking to your younger self is just a thing.
It's a direct exercise I've done in therapy to address trauma.
Yeah, it's especially good when you're in a heightened state, because that's usually when your kid self goes, "Hey, I'm running the show now."
Amygdala hijack.
Amygdala hijack. That sounds like a drag name or a derby name.
Well, it's basically what triggers the fight or flight response. It's when your amygdala, which is the part of your brain that, let me get this right.
That's what we think of as the reptile brain.
Or is it the other one? I thought the amygdala was the front bit, which is separate from the reptile brain, because it's what makes us make conscious and sentient decisions instead of acting purely on instinct. And so amygdala hijack is when those two parts of your brain, whichever one is the amygdala, disconnect, and so then you flip into lizard brain, where you can only respond with animal instincts. So it's an actual technical term that's used very commonly in therapy. Called amygdala hijack. Spot the psychology student.
So I'm looking up. I heard recently that the whole reptile brain thing has been sort of, scientists have evolved past that notion, but it is a common thing in pop psychology to talk about the reptile brain or the reptilian brain.
Oh, I was just using that term. Like, there's actual two parts of the brain which are powered in different ways and power different parts of our thought processes. And so when those two parts disconnect is when we hit fight or flight or freeze or fawn.
So I think I found it. I think it's the basal ganglia is where where in this theory our id sort of vibe comes from.
Yeah.
So she defends Joy to Gong Gong. It's okay that she's a mess, because just like me, the universe gave her someone kind, patient, and forgiving to make up for all she lacks. She introduces Becky as Joy's girlfriend. Gong Gong is moved. Alpha Gong Gong lets her go.
Because it comes down to just she's fighting with kindness.
So she runs up, she grabs Jobu just in front of the bagel. Everybody looks on, worried face. And Evelyn makes a hug me gesture. Oh, and the way Joy does her kung fu right here in front of the bagel, with her whole look, she looks like she has reverted to like a 6-year-old or something. Like something about the way she moves and her face. She's just completely gone, like, hug me, mommy.
Yeah, when you're like...
Angry toddler.
That's, again, acting on, like, pure instinct of, like, emotions. Like, toddler is right. Like, it's...
Okay, I've heard something happens between moms and daughters. My dad was very meek, so I never experienced this with him. But where they're the only person you can really go all out fighting with, because you'll know they'll pull their punches.
Oh, I think that's true. I think it's true of, like, that's why we do attack the people that love us the most, because when we're feeling frustrated by the wider world, often we take it out on our mothers or our daughters or whoever, because of that. I know that they have to love me anyway.
Yeah. And for someone as disordered as Jobu, she never got past that toddler phase of like
CPTSD.
There are other ways to get there. Yeah, CPTSD.
This is a classic CPTSD scenario. Or if you want to go down the problematic gender diagnosis, BPD. Same.
Yes. So we never learn what made Joy
Yes, we do.
Messed up. In the other universe, we get a sense. But here, it seems mostly about her alienation from society and from around her sexuality.
And don't underestimate that, particularly when coming from a traditionalist background. Being a queer person is very, very, very challenging and certainly results in a lot of trauma, because what you were raised, even though my parents were very like cool, I have so much internalized homophobia from growing up in a very, very small conservative religious town that it's taken me, I've gone through, and particularly as a bisexual person, because I can be straight passing, it's very like the damage it does being raised in a world where you are what you believe to be true and what you believe about yourself is like, it's traumatizing, and the damage it does to your sense of self to believe that who you are at your core is inherently wrong is shattering. And in some way, like, people who are just gay, they have to confront it sooner rather than later, whereas a bisexual, certainly for me as bisexual, it was just easier to date men.
Just kind of hide an entire part of yourself.
Yeah, because of bi erasure, a good chunk of society, if I'm a bisexual woman in a relationship with a man, they just go, oh yeah, well, you're straight.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you're monogamous and you're in a monogamous relationship with a person of the opposite sex or a monogamous relationship with a person of the same sex. it's easier for everyone to just put you in that box. And then again, this goes back to Joy was talking about this earlier about being in the box.
Indeed. I remember there's a guy, my last girlfriend had a friend who was Asian. I don't remember what his ethnicity was. I don't even want to guess. I think it was Vietnamese. Anyway, he was so performatively straight, and I was like, do you know why X person, we'll call him Brad for some reason, is like, has it turned to 11 all the time? This sort of like badly acted straight act.
Hypermasculinity.
And she's like, his mom is really religious and he could never come out.
It's very, very common for extremely homophobic people to be that way because they are battling their own internalized feelings about, like, the ones who are most likely to be the most violent.
Yeah.
It's often because there's something inside themselves and they can't reconcile that with the religious zeal with which they were formatively raised with. Again, going back to CPTSD/BPD, is all built around not feeling safe as a child.
Yeah.
And so much of that damage is done through not feeling safe as a child that a lot of the healing and stuff you do in therapy, particularly through CBT and schema work, has a lot to do with the forgiveness and healing and making allowances for your inner child in order to be able to develop as a human. Otherwise, you're stunted.
Stunted. Yeah, that's Jobu Tupaki all day. So Evelyn runs up. She makes a hug me gesture. They fight through all these universes. Jobu says at one point, it's all a pointless whirling bucket of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. If you've ever been through a depressive cycle, that's how it feels.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My brother has a sort of mixed bipolar and schizoaffective disorder, which is delusions creep in from time to time if he's not medicated. And you would see it coming and you'd be like, oh no, he's going to be impossible to talk to soon. And it's like, it's like a train coming down the track and you're like, I'm going to have to take notes and remind him later that this is what he said.
Oh, autistic meltdowns, not dissimilar.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some horrific times where I've snapped and the rage I feel, and I feel like I'm acting right within the moment, but as soon as the meltdown passes, I can take a step back and go, oh my God, that was 10 tons of crazy, and then you have to go on the apology tour.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't see it when we're in the moment. You can't see it because you just have blinders of rage on. Seeing red, it's how I imagine seeing red,
Yeah. And I guess that state of mind is why we need public hospitals, places for people to go if they're in crisis, because it's a short jump from there to committing crimes or hurting yourself.
Or even having mental health triage within an ED space.
Yeah, a little quiet room for you to go to, talk to somebody, whatever. Yeah, that's what I availed myself of that one time before I got medicated.
Sometimes it's what you got to do to get medicated.
Yeah. So, Joy wants to get away from Evelyn. She says, just let me go. Evelyn does a little pinky action. And then she goes, stop calling me Evelyn. I love that. She's like, I am your mother.
God, that was triggering for me. My mum would not be called anything other than mum.
Like she just wouldn't allow it.
No. I didn't go through 50 hours and put up with your bull, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this isn't therapy.
Hey, I mean, that's what this movie is for. People are 5 hours into our coverage of this shit. Like, they know what, they bought the ticket. They get the ride.
Yeah, true. I think that's why I love the gender flip in this. I don't know if I would love this movie as much if they had not flipped Evelyn's gender.
It's hard to imagine this movie with like a cranky, self-obsessed
Jackie
man
Chan.
versus
It was written for Jackie Chan.
like, and he couldn't fight his daughter, so it would have to be a son. Because, you know, you can't be showing a man punching a girl.
Mm-hmm. And that makes it a wholly different film.
Totally different.
There are enough fucking movies about fathers and sons.
Trying to think of one.
It's like the guaranteed thing that makes it's the guaranteed thing that's like the one time you will get the most alpha masked men. They will cry over the father-son relationship. Legends of the Fall is one that comes to mind. There's so many.
Return of the Jedi.
All of Star Wars ever.
Oh shit! The Force Awakens. Fucking Ben kills old Han Solo to become Kylo Ren officially.
You listen to the Ladies' Guide to Dude Cinema. They pinpoint it all the time. They're like, ugh, these
More dad
it's
shit.
all about the Godfather. The Godfather.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Like all of these films that make men cry or men have some kind of an emotional thing with it, it's always around the father-son relationship. Like, even the Karate Kid with his, like, if Mr. Miyagi is his adopted father because he's raised by a single mother.
Yeah, a father figure is good if you don't have a father handy. A father figure is always good to slot in there to fill in the gap.
But we get so few about mothers and daughters, and it's a different relationship. The only other one I can think of is like Lady Bird.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because we're talking about tentpole Hollywood films. It's
Which
usually,
they don't make films about women. They don't make films about women. No.
Then we're talking about Hallmark films, comedies. You know, I mean, what's the one with Kristen Wiig? Is it Wedding Crashers?
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. There's probably a mom in there somewhere. But yeah, your average big movie.
That one's more about female friendship. And that's an exception, Bridesmaids. It was an anomaly when it was made. It's the fact that chick flicks, and I know I've gone on this rant before, but chick flicks is considered a genre and niche at that. Mm-hmm. That films that actually have characters that represent 51% of the population, that's not fucking niche.
Right. And it's stovepiped. It's into these different channels. Your cozy mysteries, your romantasy, like everything's... It's like we got to get it away from men.
Oh, yeah, and the problem's always solved by them falling in love.
Yeah.
But it's always solved in the end by them falling fucking in love, which drives me insane. This is why I like The Sopranos. The women in it are fleshed out and have nuance.
I feel like this one broke through, maybe because it's time, but I think at least more cynically because it has kung fu. Michelle Yeoh's a big star from a Jackie Chan series.
Oh, several, I believe.
Like it's Super Cop and all that. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You know what I mean? It had like elements that would appeal to guys. So it managed to break through that paradigm. But so often it's segregated.
That's because women are used to putting themselves in the male protagonist's shoes, whereas men are not. And that's why so many little fuckboys crack the shits about Mad Max Fury Road. Because they went in there going, yeah, Mad Max. And then all came out real mad because Dr. George tricked them into watching a feminist film.
I mean, he had all that shit for the guys. It's just they happened to be the bad guys. You know, it was always there. Like Mel Gibson in the first movie, like what little we get of his family life, he's just like kind of a nice, maybe even more feminine man compared to those raiding bandits.
I mean, he's still a cop, man. He's still a cop.
Yeah, I don't want to get into Mad Max and those assholes, but yeah, it's time that we obviously let women's stories come to the fore in big movies.
Without them just being the fun ruiner. Like, their job generally in a film is like, oh, I'm going to be here to ruin the fun.
Yeah.
Or be a fucking romantic fucking interest with no agency of her own, a.k.a. Buttercup.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you put a coin in it.
Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done?
No, I mean, she had a mom. We never meet her mom. You know, like moms get short shrift. The mom of of Humperdinck never gets any lines.
Well, that's because women over 30 don't have relevance in Hollywood.
So let's talk about the other two big series that I'm just trying to think about how this one broke out big. Like the other one is DC, where moms are basically like a couple of lines that give angst to Bruce and Clark.
What? Your mom's called Martha too? What?
So stupid. And then in Marvel, I mean, I guess Wanda's a mom. I can't think of Tony Stark's mom, Thor's mom. I guess Thor has a mom. We do meet Thor's mom at one point.
Well, it's more Thor. No, Thor's sister is more the...
Maybe that's who I was thinking of.
But then she's Kate Blanchett, so...
Oh, Kate Blanchett plays Hel, right?
Yeah, it's his sister.
I think it was... God, it was one of those old British ladies. Gwendolyn Christie? No. Judi Dench? One of those.
Judi Dench? Gwendolyn Christie's the tall one from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, it's not her. Julie Christie, maybe. One of those. One of those people from Hamlet.
No, I mean, there's a, yeah.
But yeah, like I'm struggling thinking of moms in big movies because like they're like kept out.
Well, this is a reflection of societal. As soon as a woman becomes a mother, she ceases to exist as her own self.
Yeah.
This is perception. My primary motivation for not having children.
Yeah. I just thought of the First Wives Club.
Oh, yeah. But still considered a chick flick.
Yeah. They get over the top because those ladies are all super funny. Yeah, it's not a lot.
I mean, I can think of a bunch, but they all fall into that chick, like Little Women.
Yep.
That movie Stepmom with Julia Roberts. But again, it's Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon. But again, the whole thing is centered around their existence as a mother, not their existence as women.
Well, you could say the same thing about this one. I mean, it's like if the narrative requires mom and daughter coming to an agreement, that's going to be part of it. But yeah, they should just be everywhere, right? All of us have one, or at least biologically had one.
At some point or another.
So we get a flashback of young Joy. Evelyn goes out, and then Evelyn in red sweater party times, goes out to talk to Joy. Joy's like, just stop. And she's like, good for you. You're figuring your shit out. And that's great. I'm really, really happy for you.
She is not happy.
But I'm tired. I don't want to hurt anymore, and for some reason, when I'm with you, it just hurts the both of us.
Ugh. And Evelyn decides to go switch him up, zag on her. She says, you are getting fat, and you never call me when we have family plans.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh, but she's finally getting real. And she says, I will always, always want to be here with you.
Which is always a powerful choice in a film.
And there's no music. And Joy is really breaking. And at the same time, she's letting Joy go into the bagel in the other universe.
And the rock go off the cliff, and she's following her off the cliff in the rock.
Yes. And Joy says, you could be anything, anywhere. Why not go somewhere where your daughter is more than just this? Oof.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when somebody's like, leave me behind, I'm a burden. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You're dangerously close to doing something fucked up.
Because nothing fucking matters.
Because most people get pretty selfish when they're depressed. Like, it keeps coming around and around to I. So when you start to go you, yeah, when you turn the corner to like, I want to make everyone else's life better by going away, that's either hardcore drug addiction or suicide. Yeah, and Evelyn says, then I will cherish these few specks of time.
Oh. And Stephanie Sue, like this acting here when she's just crying, like the hurt, you can just see it in her face, and it's, oh, she's amazing.
So Deirdre shows Evelyn how to vape.
Yeah.
Love wins.
Kindness wins. Everybody should just get stoned and have fun.
And I like how Evelyn is making her life better in all these different universes. Like even in Actor universe where she doesn't have Joy, she says to Sexy Wayman, please give us a chance.
Yeah.
Rock goes down.
And she's doing her little sexy dance with sausage fingers, Deirdre.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, no, this is the bit that breaks my heart. Like, and then Rakakuni's gone, and instead Evelyn lifts up Chad and...
Doesn't she hurl him?
She gets underneath him, and she becomes and he becomes her Rakakuni, and he's directing her.
That's so fun.
And then Gong Gong accepts Becky. He says hello to Becky and takes her hand.
Incredible. Joy finally reaches back out and they hug. And she says, this is awkward, right? Do you still want to do your party?
And Becky's pushing Gong Gong around in the wheelchair.
Oh, and Evelyn says, we can do whatever we want. Nothing matters. And they laugh. And isn't that the way? If you can break it all down to nothing else matters because we're experiencing this moment together.
But also, you could do anything because nothing matters.
Right. If nothing matters, let's make the most of it.
Make it a thing. Wow, Stephanie Sue looks so young. Like, she's always looks old and confident. When they, like, break from the hug, she looks up at Evelyn. She looks like she's de-aged about 10 years.
So sweet. So next, they're getting ready to go to the IRS. We got the bagel receipt. Joyce says, okay, we're definitely late. We're definitely late now, guys. And it's like seeing the four of them interacting, working together. All they needed was a big, crazy dust up at the laundry room.
And the IRS.
And the text says, part 3, all at once. Becky and Joy are cute at the elevator. Waymond and Evelyn kiss. Whereas the day before, she like melancholically looked at an old couple. Or no, I guess that was Waymond. Looked at an old couple being cute together and looked all wistful. And this time it's them.
And Evelyn's telling Becky to cut. She's like, you need to grow your hair. And that's like her way of saying, like, if she's going to tell her off in the same way she tells her daughter off, that's her way of showing love.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's really cute. So at the meeting, Evelyn, you're just behind me. Did you get to the part where they're kissing? Waymond and Evelyn?
They're kissing right now. And it's such a cute little, like, it looks like a first kiss almost.
Yeah.
Like, no tongues, no nothing, just like, she's like, oh. She bites her lip like she's a teenager with a crush. They've found the love back in the relationship.
Oh, that's so adorable. And she's just looking around at her family, like sitting in front of Deirdre, like, oh, look at my family that I love.
And Deirdre's impressed with their taxes.
Deirdre's on her tax bullshit. Are you listening? And Evelyn says, sorry, what did you say? And I think that's the last line of the film.
Which I think happens at the beginning of the film as well.
Yes.
When she's in both the janitor closet and... Are you listening? Yeah. And the Daniels. Oh, I love the Daniels.
Yeah, I still need to see Swiss Army Man.
I hope they do more stuff together. Like the 2 films they've done together, I just adore. Oh, yeah. Oh, please give me a blow-by-blow. I'll be at a gig, but yeah, like, please give me a blow-by-blow.
How does my voice sound? I think it's going out.
You sound a bit nasally.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing for an Australian to say, because we're all with the nose.
Hi, mate.
Hey, mate. Oh, what a great film.
It is. Yes. Traditionally at this time, I would look at some bad reviews.
Or as I would say, wrong reviews.
What legitimate critique could you levy against this film?
I think dumb people might be confused by it. I like that it doesn't dumb itself down. It doesn't, because have you heard about this theory that apparently Netflix, when they tell their content creators and stuff like that they want stuff that people won't miss anything if they're dual screening.
Yeah.
And it really takes a lot of the show not tell out of what their content is. Which, as someone who dual screens a lot, I get. But if your film is good enough, someone will put down their phone.
This motherfucker, I'm so mad. This motherfucker, I don't even want to read it. Didn't finish the film. Got an hour in. This shit is 2.5 hours long.
I probably got up to the bit where it says the end.
Dickhead. Got an hour in. One of us said they'd had enough, and the rest of us responded with thank God, and we gave up on it. Bro, you have no idea what this movie is or what it's saying at that point. God, I hate that so much. Yeah, these are just dumb people. I hate it.
Yeah, It's dumb people who are confused by something that's too smart for them.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
I don't know why you do either. Sometimes it's fun, but I think because this one's so... I mean, first, it's recent.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't hit as much when you're doing it about, like, the never-ending story. I feel so strongly about this film that it would also, make me...
People talking about how it's...
I would take it personally. I would also write someone off on the basis of it.
People talk about how it's supposed to be trippy, and it's like, that is not... They're making the most of multiverses, which could be very different from the one we live. But that's not the point of it. It's not to like get high and groove, man. It has a very followable narrative.
Yeah, we're not watching The Big Lebowski here.
Yeah, it has a very it has a thrust and a pace to it.
We should do Dude, Where's My Car one time. That is a genius film. Have I ever told...
What?
Seriously? Yeah. That is the hill I will die on. There are movies about dumb people, and there are movies for dumb people. And understanding the difference, because Dude, Where's My Car is a remake of The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
It's almost identical. They hit all the same points. It's very much like there's so much that's same. And I really had to come to terms with, I guess, my, that my theory on movies for dumb people and movies about dumb people. It's a real fine nuance, but it is a satirization of idiocy.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be earnest. I know you do not have to agree with me on this. I get that, like, Dude, Where's My Car is a controversial...
I haven't seen it. All I know is Tom Green is in it. Is that right?
No, it's Ashton Kutcher and Sean William Scott. Stifler.
Oh, okay. Sean William Scott. Yeah, Stifler. Okay, so I went to the 5-star reviews thinking maybe there'll be a more legitimate reason for not liking it. Jamie Lee Curtis is fine? Bro. Jamie Lee Curtis
won a fucking Oscar.
That Oscar was earned. Yeah,
I mean, I know we've talked plenty about, like, problems we have with the Oscars and movie awards in general. However, they got that one right.
Yeah. Did we ever find out if Stephanie Hsu was nominated or in the running as Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor?
Would it be supporting?
Because she should have been there. I don't really follow the Oscars anymore, but...
No, because maybe her and Jamie Lee Curtis were both nominated, but I think... So I know Michelle Yeoh was nominated for Best Actress. 22.
What year was that? 2024?
This came out in 22, so it would have been the 23 Oscars.
2023. Yeah, so she wasn't there for Best Actor. Let's see, Best Supporting Actor.
He won.
2023.
He won.
Kiwi Kwan, but she's not there. I think that's a real missed opportunity. I think we can expect big things from old Stephanie. I just saw her in something. Didn't I tell you about it? She was only in it briefly.
Yes, she did. I was trying to think of it early.
Some comedy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. She's in it a tiny amount.
I rewatched Crazy Rich Asians in between because our recording of this has been really spaced out. I wonder if it's gonna listen janky if you listen to them all back to back. But yeah, I rewatched Crazy Rich Asians just because I was like, I need some more Michelle Yeoh in my life, and that film is so good.
Yeah. So I finally found a legitimate critique, which was they spend too much time at the IRS office, and it's it's more flash and dazzle than like a followable story, which I can understand. That's a personal taste, but it doesn't justify hating a movie.
I disagree. Oh, the second point, I don't think. The first point, maybe. I mean, most of it happens at the IRS. I think, like, literally, there are two locations in this entire fucking film, pretty much. The IRS and the laundry.
There's the movie theater. There's the woods.
But if someone watched this, oh, sorry, I meant within, I guess, the scope of their universe. I suppose there's the road where Alpha Waymond and stuff, and Jobu finds them and blows up their van.
Yeah, I think the flash and dazzle might distract you from the fact that there's really classical narrative structure happening here.
But it does still feel like a contained story. I think this person is wrong.
Another person was like, there are Chinese stereotypes, and I can't speak to that because I am not Chinese. But like a laundromat they mention and a few other things.
What is stereotypes and what is culturally representative? That's a nuanced thing.
Right. I mean, Daniel Kwan, I don't know his ethnicity, but I know he's at least part Asian. I don't know exactly where he's from. Let me take a look here. Or where his parents are from. Go down to personal lives. So Kwan was born in Westboro to a Taiwanese mother and a father from Hong Kong. So Chinese. Yeah. So do we really think a Chinese guy is going to make a movie that's full of Chinese stereotypes? No. This is not a minstrel show. This is the real deal.
Yes.
So
that's the difference, right? It's not if it's a Chinese guy telling a story about a Chinese family.
Yeah.
Yeah, what things are stereotypes and what things are culturally representative? Because I would think like harmful stereotypes directed at Asian people, like none of the ones that I would consider have heard and gone ill. That's not nice.
No, if anything, this critiques the way the white lady talks about them. You know, there's little hints there. The way the bearded guy sort of like lords it over the situation, even though it might make people uncomfortable. The dog lady being snippy, you know.
Well, this is the thing, with their English not being perfect is a big one because I'm never critical of someone who their English isn't perfect, but they can get their point across because I'm like, damn, well, you learn a second language, mate. And that's an impressive thing in a difficult thing in and of itself, and you've held on to it enough to be able to use it to effectively communicate, which is better than I can do, and I studied Indonesian for 13 years.
Wow. Holy shit.
Like, if you don't use it, you will lose it.
Yeah.
So I've got some Indonesian in there, but nowhere near close to fluent. And certainly not even effectively be able to communicate, like not enough to effectively be able to communicate, certainly to the level that Evelyn and Waymond do. Not to mention, she speaks Cantonese to her father and Mandarin to Waymond, which is a class thing from what some of my reading is. And so not only do they're not, gives a shit if their English isn't fucking perfect. They also speak at least 2 other languages.
Well, and Daniel's Daniel's, I believe, mom. Yeah, I believe Daniel's mom is Taiwanese and father from Hong Kong. So, like, now they're part of mainland China. So, yeah, that's probably a thing.
Well, and Hong Kong is got its own diverse, all the different. There's lots and lots and lots of different groups. Now, I just watched a really creepy noir series about a rich white lady played by Nicole Kidman living in Hong Kong whose kid gets kidnapped.
Let's try to find out. That sounds good.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's very good.
I think the one criticism that keeps this movie from entering the like top 10 pantheon or whatever is what most people complain about, is that it's very visually busy.
In a cinema, that's great.
There's a lot to look at, which can, especially when it can get a little overwhelming if you're just trying to get a nice story about a family. But, you know, you bought the ticket, you take the ride.
If you want a nice story about a family, don't fucking watch this film. Why does it have to be everything?
Right. That's not what it's for. That's the thing.
Yes, exactly.
So Roger Ebert talked about, is a movie fulfilling its purpose, what it was meant to, you know, what the creator wanted, did it do that? And a horror movie could be goopy and gross and not appeal to your sensibilities and still be a great film. It's just not for you. So, yeah.
Yeah. I hate it when people come in with, when it comes to art in any form, that's shit. Like, no, fuck off with that. No. Like, it's not that it's shit. It's just not for you. And that makes it good or bad.
Yeah, and it is a high school, first year of college way of looking at criticism, which is, how did it make me feel? That's it. You know, that's yeah, you got to go beyond that.
Well, I would never give anything a 1-star review just because I have a lot of movies I hate, and I can rattle them off.
That's where 1-star reviews come from. The only time I'd give a review that low is if I actively don't want that person to get money or anyone to ever see their work ever. I'm talking Gigi Allen, white supremacists, Woody Allen, as long as we're Joanne. Now, I just wouldn't review those movies, but
yes,
I would feel weird giving it 1 star because there's such great acting and music and sets and all that shit. But yeah, there's a few movies that have like horrible trans sort of switcheroos at the end, horror movies that I would never
Silence of the Lambs, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. There's a lot of good stuff in that one too. Jodie Foster.
Oh, look, there's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
I have never seen it because I felt like I wouldn't enjoy that sort of thing.
I mean, we know my favorite Jim Carrey movies are always the ones that are more on the dramatic side.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, The Mask is a great film, though. Like, there's some of his fun, silly stuff is also great.
I liked Liar Liar. Truman Show.
I mean, Truman Show's a work of genius. Australian director, too.
I remember liking Cable Guy the first time, but I was in my edgy phase.
Oh, Cable Guy's great.
Yeah, and I have to see it again.
I had the opposite experience. I found it almost confronting and traumatizing. And maybe I watched it too young because I was still in school when that came out.
Yeah, I hadn't really faced my own shit, but at the time I watched that, I was like 21 or something.
I enjoyed it a lot more watching it as an adult than watching it as a teenager, I will say.
Did Janine Garofalo play a waitress at the medieval place?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. Oh my god, I've just remembered new movie news I've heard. It doesn't count as speculative fiction, unfortunately. But Alan Cumming has said they're making a Romy and Michelle sequel. And Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion is one of my greatest. I love that film so much. I may have told this story.
Do you make them still childless, or do you make one or both of them moms?
No. Childless.
Like, they have to be childless, right?
Yes.
They gotta be.
Those two are so self-centered and insular within themselves.
Vapid.
But it is a beautiful story of female friendship. And I remember getting into this huge fight with my ex about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Boo.
And the fact I did not enjoy that film. I found it quite boring and way too long, and I've got a whole bunch of critiques for that.
Well,
however, he sat there in the park and told me how wrong I was because it was a beautiful story about friendship. Now, he did not specify male friendship. He said it's a beautiful story about friendship, and my argument back to that was, well, you can't expect me to, as a woman, to enjoy that on the same, with that level of nuance. To me, that was a irrelevant secondary part of the film, really. Whereas I would not expect him to appreciate Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Yeah.
In the same way.
Yeah.
Because it's not an experience. Like, it's not an experience, and this is my frustration. Again, going back to my previous point about cheap flicks as a niche concept. It's because we're very good at putting. We've had to. If I'm going to enjoy The Godfather, I can't put myself in.
It sounds almost like you have to put on your "I'm gonna appreciate a man's art" hat.
Yes.
Or something, because you can't put on the I'm part of the story because I'm a lady and there's some ladies here.
But it's just something something that's learned from a very young age for those of us who are othered.
Yeah.
Who don't exist in the hero category in the eyes of the vast majority of Hollywood films. So being able to go, by default, if we want to enjoy most films, it becomes it's an unconscious thing to do. And I think that's why you get such backlash from the himbros. And I'm not saying, hashtag not old man, but like the himbros, particularly, who are the types to complain about or will automatically mark down a film like gender-flipped reboots, or automatically mark down a film because it's got a female protagonist, is they're so accustomed to not having to do that mental arithmetic or gymnastics to get to enjoy it, that they're like, oh, I don't like this, and start typing away on the forums.
I just had a weird thought that I'm sure every woman has thought before. But by making our female leads character forward instead of tits forward in terms of costuming and shit,
and it
forces a man to reckon with them as a character, which is not something they're used to doing. So we get short-haired, what's her name? Lady in Fury Road.
Furiosa.
What's the actor's name?
Charlize Theron.
Right. So she puts out a film.
Who's fundamentally one of the most beautiful women on the planet, by the way.
Right. But by styling her in a non-sex forward way, a man is forced to
You're talking about the male gaze versus the female gaze.
Right. So the man is forced to go, wait, where's my male gaze? I can't relate to this. Instead of going, hey, I could be her if biology had been a little different. If my parents fucked the next day, that could be me.
literally by like the evolution division of a certain cell. If you're going to go down to the basic biology of it, but it's it's so interesting because it's like you absolutely hit it on the head, bang, that's it.
So I was going to mention, is it Atomic Blonde that she's in, where she's like some kind of spy or whatever, or is it? It's not Concrete Blonde.
I don't know. I know the film you're talking about. I haven't seen
Blonde. Yeah. So it's got her in it. Apparently, it was very good. It was a little cold, from what I hear.
This is male gaze versus female gaze. So there's a really good meme that covers two examples when there's been a male fashion, like male costume or male director versus female. And so the one I think is the most jarring is Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad versus Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey.
Right.
It is the same aesthetic in, like, she's Harley Quinn. She's undeniably Harley Quinn. But it is very female gaze versus male gaze. Like, even just the way her pigtails are and the way her hair is styled, like or where her top sits to, or you can tell these are fashion choices she's made that appeal to her versus as opposed to fashion choices that are made to appeal to men in a sex way. The other example is the Amazons in Wonder Woman versus the Amazons in one of the group DC ones. I think it might be Batman versus... No, in Justice League.
Justice League.
So if you look at the armor that the Amazons wear in Wonder Woman, which is directed by a woman and has a woman in charge of costume design, their leather armor actually covers like their full bellies and actually would protect where all your vital organs are. Because what do you want when you're fighting in a war, right? What are the bits you want to protect first and foremost? Your vital organs. Whereas in Justice Squad, they're in like leather bikinis.
I believe the important thing about armor is to sustain male erections.
Oh, obviously.
During a fight scene. I mean, that's obvious.
Oh, yeah. It's just, they're just there. They're not there to do the killing or the protecting of themselves. They're just there to be sexy for men, right? And it's when there's a couple of like memes or like stills and stuff getting around that have like side by side, and when you see it side by side, especially with the little list of all the different points, you go, oh, holy shit. Because I couldn't explain the way I was moved by Wonder Woman and the way so many other women I know were moved by Wonder Woman, and particularly the No Man's Land scene where she's running across that space. I've heard many a story, and it certainly was my experience, and I was there with my friend Catherine, and through that whole scene, we are both just ugly, snotty crying because we realize we've not seen that.
Yeah.
And if you can't see it, you can't be it. Or you hear Whoopi Goldberg talking about why she wanted to be on Star Trek.
Yes.
Because of when she was a little kid and she's sitting there watching Star Trek and Uhura and Nichelle Nichols. She's never seen a black woman. The concept of that, a black woman being in space and in a position of command, was what inspired her to take the role as Guinan in the first place when they did Next Gen.
That's so cool.
Because of that experience she had as a little kid going, oh my God, I can see it, so I can be it. I have footage of my, at the time, I think she was, like 6 or 7, niece, watching Jodie Whittaker regenerate. Like watching Peter Capaldi regenerate into Jodie Whittaker, not knowing what we all knew as adults with an internet connection. And there's this tiny little child jumping up and down on the couch screaming, "It's a girl!" And that right there is why representation matters, because up until that point, none of us had seen a doctor that... But then you get the neckbeards all, I wish she'd had better scripts. I wish she'd had better scripts because I think it would have. I wish she'd had untouchable scripts because that would really then highlight where the line is between problematic script writing and idiots who just don't want to see a woman as the Doctor.
I don't know. I loved Flux. I thought they should have got more episodes, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Please know and believe. I'm not talking about you. You are. I would not podcast with you if I did. If I.
Oh no, of course. I'm trying to segue into comps. Are there any films that you love from a woman's perspective that you think men could get into, like this one, that maybe they haven't, but they should? Female led.
That's a good question.
Oh, I think you've mentioned Thelma and Louise before.
Thelma and Louise is amazing, but it is very much the female experience.
A League of Their Own. Sorry, I'm giving all your answers. You give something.
A League of Their Own's amazing. It's a great film. I mean, I think there's so many. I don't even know if there's like specific ones. Like anything that is a good film that also just happens to be female led. Like I think there's a reason I like T2 better than The Terminator, right? Like Sarah Connor's a badass in that.
Yeah, that one was not propelled to victory because of the performance of Arnold or the kid. It was Linda Hamilton. She was the rock that whole thing depended on.
Hell yeah.
Now I know why you cry.
I know now why you cry.
Even she becomes tough, but she even becomes tough over the course of the first one, right? She's like a bit hopeless in the beginning.
Yeah.
Gosh, put me on the spot. I don't know. It's hard for me to guess because I would love, like, my go-to is, I mean, it's the guaranteed way to get me to watch a film, right? Go, this has got a strong female lead.
Yeah.
If you go strong female lead in time travel, like, I may just have a creative orgasm on the spot. Like, it's, the way your, like, brain is so happy.
Well, if you want a strong female lead and time travel, let me direct you to the Japanese film River, which is a time loop that lasts for like, I want to say 5 minutes. And it's absolutely amazing. The lead character is a lady. Not quite what we're looking for in terms of like blockbuster Hollywood film. That's why I'm so interested in Atomic Blonde. It's like they did John Wick before John Wick or something.
Oh, I thought of one.
It was right after. Ooh.
I thought of one. Tank Girl.
Tank Girl. There we go.
Based on a comic book. Post-apocalyptic. It's amazing. There's nothing not to love about Tank Girl. Tank Girl's great.
Hell yeah. Furiosa was okay. I
haven't actually watched it.
If I'm to admit... Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
I don't want to spoil it.
No, I haven't seen Furiosa. I've just seen Fury Road.
I'll just say that Chris Hemsworth makes a better comedian than a cult leader. I've seen him do it in two movies now, and it's been less than convincing.
I think he's very funny.
Yes, absolutely.
Like Fat Thor was everything. Loved Fat Thor.
Hell yeah.
Or even when he turns up as a hologram version of himself in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
I have not seen that.
That's a good one.
Listener, send in your thoughts about female-led films you think a man could tolerate. It's such a weird way to say it. But you think everyone should enjoy. Because that is what this film is.
I think there's so many, and I think we're getting more of them. I think the success of films like this and Wonder Woman, like, that was big.
I wish there was another Birds of Prey. Like, why are they fucking around with these things that have failed. I mean, I guess the gritty realist ones are doing okay. Batman and Joker.
I think the other problem is that when a female-led film fails, it hurts the ability of other ones to be made. Like,
yes,
in some ways, like Captain Marvel cancels out Wonder Woman. Whereas, you know, if they made a shitty male-led film that wasn't successful, doesn't stop them making 100 more the following week, you know? And that's always the problem. I've heard Deborah Frances White talk about this as a female comedian as well, where she feels this pressure when she's invited on a show like Mock the Week or whatever to have to be extra good. So they, you know, well, we brought one of the womany ones on, so it didn't go well. Therefore, back to the same.
You have to destroy or you're out on your ass. I mean, I'm thinking of Catherine Bigelow. She's got, you know, male-led film about a bomb sniffer guy or whatever.
That's the Hurt Locker, right?
Zero Dark 30. And then she has a flop at some point, and she's out of the game. Amy Heckerling did, I want to say, American Psycho, and then whatever she did next didn't work. So, like, there's no tolerance for failure.
I think Penny Marshall suffered. I think Penny Marshall suffered. Yeah, like, but it's like there's one spot, and it creates this narrative that there's one spot for the woman. Panel shows, same thing. There's one seat, and you know, so I'm always impressed.
Who's that blind lady
and if they can get a woman
or blonde lady from America that's on all the British shows?
Oh, Catherine Ryan. She's Canadian.
Catherine Ryan. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Catherine. Yeah, it's like, imagine having to bear that weight week after week.
Well, she actually stopped going on Mock the Week and TV panel shows. She's like, I'm so successful that me taking the one woman chair.
Oh, interesting.
On a panel where there's 5 seats on that panel, but only one is allocated for women. And apparently on Mock the Week, it's the only one with a cushion as well, which is completely patronizing.
What? Give everybody a cushion, bro. What the fuck are we doing?
Right? Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't have the cushion. I'm just saying cushions for all.
Is part of that show that everybody's uncomfortable? Like, what are we doing?
Well, it's just a comedy news panel show, right? Like, and she actually refused to. She stopped taking the offers because she's like, I have a high profile. Me taking that seat means another woman isn't getting a chance to build her profile by being on this show. She's like, I don't need it, and I don't want to be the reason that. Taskmaster's very good at inclusivity. It's very diverse casting. I'm always impressed with them. They've gotten better over the years too. Like, the early ones are still very white.
It's important that any show fronted by a person with more privilege, white male, be very rigorous in casting as many women and people of color as possible to counteract that, or make a new version of the show with a woman or person of color at the head.
Well, they did that with Junior Taskmaster. It's the one with the kids.
Oh, nice.
And Rose Matafeo hosts that. She's
she's amazing. I love her.
Isn't she? I love her. Same.
The most competitive person on Guy Montgomery's Spelling Bee.
Oh, she's the most competitive person. Watch her season of Taskmaster. It's her and Ed Gamble, who are this is my favorite season of Taskmaster, by the way, season 9. Her and Ed Gamble are 2 of the most competitive people you will ever see in your life. But on that cast is also Joe Brand and David Baddiel, who are both aging, and they just do not give a shit. They're like, I don't care. There's at one point where they stop to go make a cup of tea in a timed task.
Who's the old Indian guy, Indian British guy that...
Oh, in the recent season, Sanjeev.
Yes. Sanjeev. Oh, it was so funny how sometimes he'd just phone it in.
he was.
That was beautiful.
Oh, he's very Joe Brand was very, very much like him. Was like, I don't give a shit. I think he brought the same jar of fake piss in, or maybe real piss, for like 3 out of the fucking 3 or 4 of the prize tasks. He just kept bringing the same shit in. And occasionally would just work out for him. Whereas, yeah, you've got Rose and Ed Gamble who are intensely competitive to the point where it is almost uncomfortable. And then you've got these other two just going, oh, yeah, I'm going to go, oh, you've got 20 minutes to do that. Well, I need to go to the toilet. So I'm just going to go and do that instead. Then Ed Gamble hosts the podcast, which is the after show from season 10 onwards. And it's really interesting watching him and Rose talk about it on the pod.
Oh, interesting. So I was sitting here musing about the 90s because I just saw a post about the truth about cats and dogs, and their take was something like, this is what people told us was fat.
Oh, I remember that film.
And I loved that film when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because we get to see Jeanine Garofalo masturbating. But my point was,
what they told us was fat. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, like, we got some missed opportunities of people that, I mean, Uma Thurman's on the list. Heather Graham's probably on the list. Like women that are funny, hot.
Kate Winslet in Titanic was.
Right. Kate Winslet made it.
Kate Winslet in Titanic was continually referred to as fat while filming and all the promotion throughout that.
What?
And I remember this, but keep in mind, that was my favorite film. I was a 13-year-old girl being constantly reminded that this normal, healthy-shaped woman who's really quite slim and attractive, fat. The names they called her, it was constant. It was in the magazines I read. It was in everything. And the damage, like, that's done psychologically to a generation, my generation of women, like, it's...
Well, so anyway, I wasn't trying to focus on the fat thing, just the sense of missed opportunity of women who could have been as big as other action stars of their day if they were given the opportunity. But it led me to Jeanine Garofalo in Mystery Men, and holy shit, I want to cover that on the pod.
Oh, it's been a long time
because that movie's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it does have magic, so it counts. What's the guy that's dead who was in Harry Potter?
Oh, which one? Robbie Coltrane?
You know, Snape.
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, yeah, Die Hard, all that. He's in it. Paul Rubens. William H. Macy. Anyway, Garofalo is like the put upon woman, like, which was one of the few parts women could get in big movies back then. Comic book genre type shit. But yeah, if they were given the same opportunities, you know, think of all the mediocre male fronted movies that came out in the last 20 years. And these women could have been fronting all of them.
In the history of cinema. Like, it's all the stuff that's considered... This is why one of my other many reasons I get mad at the auteur. You know, they're all hyper masculine. Like, your films don't get to fall into that realm of, you know, doesn't get included in the same conversation with The Godfather or the like.
Right. Yeah, why isn't Beaches at the same level of the canon as a
fucking well is
as a fucking
greatest film?
You know, Terminator or whatever.
It is. Beaches is one of the most iconic. You talk about, like, I mean, that's the example I should have given my ex about female friendship.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a much more accurate comparison. Like, that's such an important film. Bare Metal is amazing.
I lost whatever thought that was. Oh, I was going to say that since this movie, maybe one of the messages from its success is that in Kung Fu movies, women are on an equal footing with men. So maybe what we need is a kung fu franchise led by women. I guess Charlie's Angels kind of tried it, with karate or whatever they did.
Yeah, but it's still male gaze.
Right, but that was in the era where you had to stick them in a spandex bodysuit or whatever. Now, we've seen it can work with just regular costumes. A 60-year-old woman, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Michelle Yeoh's 60, right? Just upwards. So, we know it can be done. Let's try Atomic Blonde 2 or whatever, a Jane Wick or whatever. You know what I mean? Let's get it going.
Or we write rather than rebooting some male fucking driven story.
Oh, I meant an analog.
We just write more, but have more interesting stuff. That's what I think makes this film so special. It's not a reboot. It's not, and it's truly someone's sat down and came up with an original idea or an original way of telling a story that we've, arguably there's 9 stories that exist, and pretty much everything fits into one of those categories, like the hero's journey and blah, 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 blah. This is original and different, and Swasami Man's the same. Even if that's a bit incelly, but I guess kind of like Fight Club and American Psycho. These films were not written for you to idolize the main characters.
Right.
But a lot of people miss the memo on that. Jim Jeffries is a great example. People are always surprised when I told them I enjoy Jim Jeffries' comedy.
Right. Yes.
It's very not me, but I understand when he's joking. And he's spoken about this where he's like, where does it get to the point where Al, what's his face, who was in the first season, with the pub landlord, Al Murray. He did this character for so long. That was this chavvy pub landlord guy that people then, he started it as a parody, but then those kind of people were like, yeah, that's my guy, and they think he's like that.
Unironic appreciation.
Which happens when you are doing that type of subversive, there's another Aussie comedian I'm thinking of that does that kind of stuff, Luke Heggie. He comes across very bogan, very, does stuff around masculinity and his discomfort with it. But then, all of a sudden the punchline, you realise it's oh, he tricked me with a feminist punchline there. But it's very, that kind of thing is very interesting to me. But I think we're going to see more. I hope we're going to see more.
I would like to see Winona Ryder come back to cinema as an action star. I'm looking at a picture of Phoebe Cates on the cover of Drop Dead Fred. I would love to see Phoebe come back.
Oh, God, I love that film. Can we do Drop Dead Fred, please?
Fuck yes, we can.
That was my favorite film when I was a kid.
I was thinking that was Hackerling, but it was someone named Ate de Jong. Dutch guy.
Such a great film, Drop Dead Fred. I love it so much.
But yeah, there's just certain ladies that had all of it ready to go.
Frances McDormand.
Who's the lady from Labyrinth?
Oh, Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
She got a resurgence though. She was in Beautiful Mind. She won an Oscar for that, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Last thing I saw her in, she was dangerously thin. It was alarming. I can't remember what that was.
Oh, I hate that. That's just happened. I've come back for the final season of one of my favorite shows, Outlander. And one of the main female characters, the actress, has lost serious weight. Not that she was anywhere close to fat in the first place. And to the point where she looks skeletal, and it makes me uncomfortable. The jump between watching, I love Natasha Lyonne, but the jump between Russian Doll and Poker Face is jarring. With the weight loss.
Yeah. I was thinking of Dark Matter, which is fucking great. I think it was only one season.
Oh, I've heard good things, yeah.
Did you know there's a Snowpiercer TV series?
I've only seen the TV series. I've not seen the film.
Okay. I'm just flummoxed that they can sustain a series on one train. That's incredible.
I think it only did one season.
This says they have 4.
Oh, maybe it's a long time ago, but I think there may have only been one out when I watched it.
Oh, interesting. It's like they put out 3 or 4 eps per year. How strange. Anyway, that was the last thing she did. So that's Connolly. So, yeah. So, and the lady who was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the young one. I'm sure she's still big in China, but love to see her back. Yeah.
Well, Michelle Yeoh was in that too.
We need to get our 50-year-old women kicking ass, shooting guns, swinging swords.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Like, it just makes me...
I mean, how long did it take them to make a Black Widow movie? Just bizarre.
And, again, over-sexualizing the...
Oh, yeah. I mean, the 13-year-old boy mandate.
Yeah, it's not good.
Anything you want to say about this film before we go to recommendations?
It's a great film. Everyone should watch it. And if you don't like it, you're wrong.
Yes. And we've just spent 6 hours telling you you're wrong.
I don't think a listener has gotten to this point if they don't like the film. Oh, please tell us if you did not like the film.
That would be amazing. If you're out there, great and secret knowledge at gmail.com.
Yes.
Tell us anything. We're hungry for you. We need engagement. I just looked at the stats yesterday, and they're pretty good. And I realized that at least 50 distinct people have listened to Jessie's voice on this podcast. And this is your first podcast, right? So
true. And I do, I tell people, I talk about it a lot.
Oh, our show?
I do talk about it a lot, and I do tell people and send the link. People rarely come back to me and tell me.
So I assume that curve is just going to go. I assume eventually that curve will just go straight up.
Hello, I work in sales.
To these Jessie episodes.
Well, you'll have to look at the country by country numbers, because if there's a spike in Australian listeners, that's definitely me talking my ass off about how much I enjoy, because I do get a lot of you podcast.
Yeah. Oh, another person I'd like to see get some mainstream Hollywood success is Lisa Joy, Jonathan Nolan's wife, who co-created Westworld. I think she probably has the juice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many creators that... I mean, it's like in news, right? In the early days of newspapers. Well, I guess all days of newspapers. Women were stuck in the society pages or the fashion or the homemaking. We gotta merge those markets. Men watch films led by women. It won't hurt your sensitive man parts.
Yeah, I think that's a really.
Got any recommendations for us?
I do. Since we're talking about amazing stories about women that don't often get told, We Are Lady Parts is incredible. It's about a bunch of young Muslim women who form a punk band. That's a lot of fun. I've been watching a lot of familiar and trash. I won't recommend my trash because I'm embarrassed to admit publicly that I watch some of this stuff. But look, we all want a bit of my mum used to call it popcorn. No, I'm sorry, junk food for the brain. If you want my junk food for the brain recommendations, hit me up on socials at Cosmic Cowgirl with a K.
Hell yeah. You could find me all over sorry, you pushing your handle made me want to push mine, but we're not there yet.
No, that feels natural. My only other recommendation, I've watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is them trying to do funny Game of Thrones. Just be prepared for a lot of gratuitous bodily fluids.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing.
Absolutely unnecessary to the storyline. Like too much poop and too much vomiting. I didn't need to see that. It was like they went, we'll make a Game of Thrones comedy. How do we make? And people like all the violence and the raping in the original. So what's the the same extreme we can push?
Oh yeah,
comedy to. Oh, and of course, if I didn't recommend it last time, this is the one I forgot. Remember, I texted you afterwards. Heated Rivalry. Everyone needs to watch Heated Rivalry. It is a special... Talk about the female gaze. It is a love story about two gay men in a traditionally male situation, being like masculine situation, being professional ice hockey players who fall in love. And it is very for the female gaze. They are either naked in hockey uniforms or well-cut suits the whole time. It's written, so the books are written by a woman, but the show is directed and showrun by a gay man, which I think is the perfect combination, because you need the gay man there to direct the sex scenes and stuff, the gay male.
Right.
But the personality-wise, and the reason so many straight women are into it is it's like, oh, we want this kind of emotional intelligence and emotional vulnerability, and representation, like for queer men in professional sport, that doesn't exist. Representation, and they're out there everywhere. If you watch a sport and you think there are no gay men playing it, you are wrong.
Yeah.
But yes, everyone needs to watch Heated Rivalry.
Hell yeah. Gosh, my recommendation keeps falling out of my head. Why not Starfleet Academy? Get a week of Paramount Plus and watch that whole thing. The finale comes out next week. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everything about it is great. Yes, they're college kids, so you're going to deal with storylines maybe you don't interact with in the rest of your media diet.
A little bit of Dawson's Creek in space. It is a little bit of that.
But it's beautifully drawn. The characters are diverse and rich and not perfect. Like people make mistakes. It's a at the same time as being more kid-like than what you're used to, it's also more mature than 90s Trek. Like it's up to the moment, and it's funny, it's cool. The Trek shit that's happening is cool. It's just cool. Check it out. Also, Dude Cinema. I'm still mobbing my way through, loving the hell out of it. And I think I'm going to go watch season 9 of Taskmaster.
Oh, you should totally, yes. It is the best one. It's my favorite. That's my favorite by far. My favorite season of Taskmaster. And I love Taskmaster. I've watched all of it, a lot of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you can find Jessie everywhere at Cosmic Cowgirl. I'm on all the socials at El Jefe Tacoma. Send us an email, greatandsecretknowledge@gmail.com. Please listen to my space opera actual play show, Shattered Worlds RPG. We've just started season 7. They're going into a spooky temple. There's all sorts of secret agents everywhere. It's kind of got that like Giza pyramid Cairo vibe, 60s spy sort of groove happening. And then over on Omniversal Escapades, we've got our post-apocalyptic D&D campaign going. If you want to start watching Star Trek The Next Generation, listen to our coverage along with it. We're up to season 2, episode 8, I think, A Matter of Honor, in which Riker does a trade and is first officer of a Klingon ship. I can't wait. We're talking about it Sunday morning.
Such a good one.
Do you think he put in the report to Starfleet that he killed a guy?
It's Riker, so I think he created... I think he did, but the way he worded it, you wouldn't have assumed that's what he's done.
Right. We had a personality dispute, and I assumed command.
Exactly. 100% that is the way Will Riker would... He'd find his own moral line, because that's what he does.
Right.
Fuck, I love Jonathan Frakes. He's so sexy.
Why did the recycler suddenly get 250 pounds added at 0700? Some potatoes went bad? I don't know.
That's not a bad one, actually. Potatoes went bad. You know, there's... the refrigeration unit broke down, so a bunch of meat went off.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a bunch of meat. It went off. We had to put it in the...
And Starfleet can't check. That Klingon ship is long gone. Nobody's going to know. Anyway, get into Star Trek.
There's probably some provision under the Khitomer Accord that they were like, no, you're not allowed to check our disposal. Right. Like, feels like something they would have in there, which is like the fact that the Klingons are allowed to have cloaking technology, but Starfleet can't.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so also James Lark, the composer of our theme song and co-host of our Bartimaeus coverage, he just came back on. We talked about classic Tom Baker serial, The Hand of Fear. That's on deck for you. We've got a Good Place episode I'm thinking about getting to. Just all kinds of great stuff coming down the pike. So stick with us. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
Tell us what you want us to cover.
Yes, absolutely. We can't do it all, folks. We're only 2 people.
Yes, we've got a list, but, you know, it'll...
I have been neglecting our list. I need to add some stuff to it that we've mentioned.
I mentally keep the list now in my own head. I'm like, I have my own sub-list of the stuff that I really want to cover, so you don't trap me like you did with The Wall.
Well, since you started and we get like 40 or 50 references per week, I started taking notes of all those things and linking them in the show notes. Mostly, like, yes, I want for the archive of history or whatever, our robot overlords to be able to search easily. But more, it's that I want to be able to go to our webpage and click on like the episode where we talked about X, right? So it's like...
I did notice she'd been putting those lists up and I felt really bad when I was like, oh my God, every time I make an obscure reference, poor Jeff is noting it down because I have that ADHD brain that just goes, you said this, therefore my brain jumps to this.
Right. Especially for a 3-parter about everything everywhere all at once. There's got to be hundreds of links in our show notes.
I was really trying to not tangent.
Also in those show notes, you'll find a Discord link. Please join our Discord. Come over, tell us about you, and help us make this show.
Make recommendations.
Everything it can be. And if there's a podcaster you like that you think would work on this show, let us know. I just reached out to somebody about, doing Madeline Miller's Circe, which is a Greek mythology-based story. So I'm going to read that. We're going to do it in one episode, like a book club. So I asked all our hosts if any of them want to join us on that one.
Possibly. I am going to the Greek islands in a couple of months.
I think you'd be asleep at the time we'll be recording, but we'll figure something out.
Oh, look, if you can't, like, at the moment, I've said yes to too many different things, so...
Or you might be at work.
More things.
Yeah, you might be at work.
And between work, uni, and political activism, I'm and podcasting.
Yeah. We can't do a TOEFOP style business meeting here on the air. We've used enough of your time, listener.
I mean, we've done it before.
Get out there and do the work yourself. Make something great. Spread the word.
Definitely.
Bye.
如果有来生，我还是会选择和你一起报税，开始一点。
A huge thanks to James Lark of jameslark.co.uk for providing our wonderful theme song. Thank you, James. In another life, I would have loved doing laundry and taxes with you.
That's the one.
That's the one. Now, it's in Cantonese or Mandarin, I'm not sure which, but I think our listeners are smart enough to enjoy it without subtitles.
Boy, yeah, all right.
Okay, enjoy laundry. Alrighty. Hope you like it.
Bye.
And as always, see us after the theme song for any goofs that were so tangential that they just couldn't be allowed to stay in the main body of the episode.
And when I'm on the pod, they can go for 20 minutes, that section.
What did I just move over? I think it was... Oh, God. What was it? This is so important. The listener needs to know.
Oh, stop!
Wow!